In this video, we're going to show you all of the updates they're doing at St. Andrews State Park in Panama City, Florida. There's a lot of construction going on. We were lucky during our stay to catch the meeting with the park manager. He shared all of the exciting things that are going on and what to expect when all of these projects are completed, hopefully by March of 2025. So when you first approach the park, you see there is definitely something going on. They're building a brand new entranceway here that will be 3 lanes versus the 1 lane that there is now. It will be totally moved over to the right, and that current fee station right there is going to be torn down. There'll be a brand new one in its place, and there will also be a new registration for campers behind that area. So the interpretive center will stay. There'll just be a new office. One of the biggest changes is this road right here. You're going to have to go straight because it's going to be one way around the loop that goes to the boat launch area, the general store, Gator Lake, the Jetties, and the Gulf Pier. You'll have to go straight and make that complete loop around. It's about a 2-mile loop. Right now, we can still turn right because all of those roads are still under construction. All right, we're making the right to go down to the Gulf Pier. This road has not been touched. It's the same as it's always been, so it is going to look very different when the project is complete. So there's the turn that goes to the Gulf Pier, and we're going to keep going around this loop. They've already started the repaving on this section. You can see that it's 2 distinct sections. They will both be going one way west, and one is for cars, one is for bikes and pedestrians. If you remember this road from being here before, it had a lot of potholes. It's very nice and smooth now. I asked the ranger what they're going to do on the shoulders because there's quite a bit of room, and he said it will be vegetation. They're going to replant, and it's going to be very nice. So they're not expanding it any more than it is right now. So here at the Jetty area parking lot, there used to be a beach access, and Hurricane Michael knocked out the steps, and now it's just an observation area. You can just go to the top of those steps and look out over the beach. You can't walk down to the beach. So it was really nice when the ranger said that they just secured funding to rebuild those steps, and there'll be another beach access on the other end of the parking lot from the jetties. So we just left the jetty area going to Gator Lake. And again, this is going to be a one-way, and I'm actually going the wrong way at the moment, but that's the way we have to go because of the road projects going on. So at Gator Lake, you see they've expanded the parking area, made a new sidewalk and a new fence. And then across the street from Gator Lake, there's a little lookout that you can go look out over the marshy area. So we're continuing down the road from Gator Lake to the boat launch area. They've made a roundabout here at this intersection, and the general store is right there. The ranger said they're building a brand new one. I don't know the timeline on that. They've already built and repaved the new parking area for the store, and there's new sidewalks that look like it's going to lead down to the boat dock. So I walked up a pathway behind the parking area at the general store to get a good look at the new parking area down by the boat dock. It did end right there at the restrooms, as you see, but they cleared behind the restrooms and they've expanded it pretty far out into the woods there. That used to be where the old turpentine mill was. Hate to see that gone, but the storm took it out. So this is the new pathway that winds down through the woods and ends up at the bay, or you can go overlook at the pass. Now we're exiting the boat launch and general store area. Get a better look at the roundabout here. So when they finish the road off to the right, you'll be able to exit the park that way, or you can continue straight through the roundabout and go to Gator Lake, Jetties, and the Gulf Pier side. We've made our way back up. There's the entrance, and we'll show you what it looks like if you just go straight. Not much change yet, just prepping it for repaving. So one thing the ranger told us, if you are coming straight in from the entrance, this would be on your right where that wood is piled up over there. They're creating an overlook for the marshy area. He said it will be elevated so you get a good view of the birds and things that hang out there. So now we're going to take a ride through the campground. This gate is fairly new, just a way to cut down on the traffic driving through the campground. It is for campers only. You have to have a code to get in. So those are campsites 93 through 158 that way. We're going to 1 through 92. I'll link the videos where we have shown all of these campsites. I have shown these in previous videos, but these are the fancy camps on 15, 16, and 17. So campsites 43 through 56 are open. Last time we were at the park, they had not opened up this section. They were still working on it after the Hurricane Michael remodel. And we were kind of confused about this sign because it says no RVs, motorhomes, or trailers. But the ranger explained that there is just nowhere to turn around. I mean, we see an RV right there on that site. But if you have a trailer towing something, you can't really turn around easily because this road stops up here. They're working on part of it that goes down to the boat launch. So once they're complete with that road, they'll put in another security gate with a code for campers. Here's where the road currently ends. It's not too much farther to go to the boat launch, but that whole section down there is closed until they finish. And then if you walk down this path right here to the left, you end up at the boat launch. And the ranger also said that they are building a new floating dock where the Shell Island shuttle picks up. So these three new fancy camps right here have prime spots right here on the water. I mean, just beautiful. But the ranger said that since they are so close to the water, they have to be built up and certain restrictions apply that they did not take into account. So they're having to redo these, and they'll still stay in the same location. They just may be a little bit different. And they're due also to open up in March. So we're back where we came into the campground. Came in that road right there. And we're gonna go all the way to the back. So for anyone who visited this park pre-2018, before Hurricane Michael swept through here, this section looks totally different. Used to have big, tall pine trees. There was lots of shade, but the ranger said that they had already had trouble with flooding even before the storm. So when they had to redo the campground, they raised all of the sites up, added full hookup to every site, and it's different, but it's really nice, and we still love this park. We have 2 other videos that show the progression of the park as each section reopened, so I'll link those down below if you're interested in seeing what every site looks like. This time around, we got one of our favorite sites, 131, which backs up to the woods, and we really like it back here. It's quiet, and you can often see deer in the woods. It's one of our favorite. You like it?
Yes.
With such a beautiful sunset, I'm not sure what made us turn around, but we did, and there was a beautiful rainbow, although hidden somewhat by the clouds, but it was beautiful.